Hello, and welcome to The Jamie Show. I'm so glad you're here, and you're going to be glad you're here too if you like cookies as much as I do. Today on the show, we're talking cookies, and no, I don't mean baking them, I mean decorating them. Look, I have this beautiful, bright red metallic charger with all my wonderful holiday cookies on it. And here's the thing. I had great plans last month of baking cookies and then decorating those cookies. I was going to have colorful icing and sprinkles. I was going to make a few different kinds and then I was going to enjoy them all. And you know what I did? None of that. I didn't even bake one batch of cookies. And I don't think I'm alone in having these grand plans that then sort of fizzle. And that honestly doesn't feel very good. I had great plans at the beginning of last month. I was going to get the ingredients and pull my recipes and bake up a storm and decorate it, and I thought it would be great fun. And then, well, I think I got in my own way. I needed to find the best recipes, the ones that would decorate the easiest. I needed to make the icing in a rainbow of colors. I needed all the sprinkles. And so it turned what could have been a really fun activity into an overwhelming task that felt like one more thing on my to-do list. My to-do list was already full. And that brings us to today. Almost a month later, not having baked a thing and not having decorated. And then here's what I realized. I was getting in my own way. And I was stealing my own joy. What could have been a really fun project, something enjoyable to do by the holiday lights with a holiday movie and a cup of hot cocoa, turned into one more thing that didn't get done. But the great news is, at any moment, you can decide to turn that around. And I did just that. I'm going to show you how. I went with store-baked cookies. So these are just coming from a box. They all look exactly the same. There's 4 different designs. They're still on my beautiful metallic charger, so I get to use that. And then I'm going to take a total shortcut. As if that wasn't a shortcut enough, we're going to shortcut this again by using bottled icing. And I know you're saying, but Jamie, it's a little powdered sugar. It's a little milk. You can't mix that together and make it? No, to be honest, I can't right now. I wish I could. I'd have to find the recipe. Then I've got to make it. For this to work for me, this is what I'm doing. It's what works today. See me next month. I might be making my own icing. We don't know. Now, did I have to log on to Pinterest or go online and find wonderful examples of things? I could, I might. I love Pinterest. In fact, I'm on Pinterest, and if you are too, you could follow me there. But no, today we're just going to add some of this icing. We are going to decorate these cookies. It's not going to be perfect. It might not even be pretty, but it's going to taste delicious. So we're going to go ahead and give this start. Look, come on now. How lovely is this? And yes, could I go ahead and say it's got to be just right? Yeah, but it's never going to be just right. It's never going to be perfect. But it's going to be done, and I'm going to love it, and it's going to taste delicious. And I'm super excited that I get to make this happen. Now, of course, I'm decorating cookies with you, but I could still make hot cocoa. I could still put on a movie, even if it's not the right season. No one really cares. No one's watching. And I'm not going to be penalized. It's all going to be just fine. Look at my tree. What do you think? I mean, it's just dripping in icy goodness. It looks like snow on the branches. At least that's what I'm telling myself as it starts to drip off, just like snow would. Again, totally going to taste delicious. So what can we do with the bell? I'm going to give it some dots and some lines and a little bit of a design. Here we go. So I am making this happen. This was on my to-do list. It was a dream for the holiday season. It's not the holidays anymore, but I can extend the holidays into the new year. No one says I can't. I totally can. So I've got my bells and I've got my trees and I've got my stars, and they're going to taste delicious, and I am creating something. So many times we find ourselves looking at a screen or watching a show and we're not actually doing something. But when I remember some of the most joyful times in the recent past and then going way back to when I was a child, it was when I was crafting something, creating something. Even if it wasn't perfect, and it wasn't. It was just the idea of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do my best. And so maybe you want to craft something. Do you want to bead a bracelet? Well, then we'll have to talk about what to do with all the extra beads after you bead the bracelet, but it's okay. Enjoy beading the bracelet right now. We'll talk about that later. Do you have another craft project to use up some ribbon? Go ahead and dig into your stash of ribbons and fabrics. Maybe you want to bake something. Maybe you've been tempted to take up watercolors. Is there a hobby you want to get back to? Or learn a new hobby? Now's the time. You too can decorate cookies anytime. It does not matter. So I hope that you are going to take me up on this idea of just making it happen however you can make it happen, knowing that we've got a lot going on these days. And one of the most enjoyable times is sitting down and creating something, especially something you get to eat at the end. So if it's tasty, even better. But how wonderful to think that you could craft something, create something, make something new. So have you been collecting ideas, clipping out thoughts of, one day I might make that, I might try that, I might enjoy that hobby, I might want to learn a little more about that, I might want to get back to beading something. All of those things and so many more. What's on your list today? So maybe you'll be like me. You'll get some store-bought cookies, some pre-made icing, and just enjoy a little decorating and then have them with some hot cocoa. You may find yourself taking up any other project that's been on the back burner you've been wanting to get back to. I mean, I think most of us, maybe all of us, have at least one cross-stitch pattern that we started and then stuck in a drawer. Now's the time to dig it out and you can finish it up. So, what's it going to be for you? For me, it's cookies and hot cocoa. I wonder what it's going to be for you. I can't wait for you to tell me what you're going to do. Now is the time to tackle it in the most imperfect way, and that's what makes it perfect. Please be sure to hit subscribe so you'll know when the new shows come out. And of course, if you'd like to give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. It means a lot. And even more if you could share the episode. Who do you know that you've talked to and you've said, we've got to get to that. We want to try that. We've been wanting to decorate cookies. We've been wanting to try a hobby. And this may be just the inspiration you need to make it happen. I sure hope that it is. Please visit jamienovak.com for more resources, all the online programs coming up, the toss of the day if your goal is to declutter. And I hope that you find joy in creating something today, just like I did making cookies with you today, in our own very special way. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. It's always great to get to join you once a week here on The Jamie Show. This is the Jamie Novak YouTube channel. Take good care.